Hey guys, it's Avondale, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Walls, where I take you behind the walls of the Noxcrew Gameshow. I'd like to remind you, as always, that if you haven't seen today's episode of the Noxcrew Gameshow, make sure to click that link in the top right of the screen somewhere to go over and see the episode before you watch this video so you don't get the results spoiled. So today I actually have two guests with me. My first guest is sitting up on the snake up here. It's Thonax.
Hi guys.
Oh, how's it going, Thonax?
I'm good. How are you, Matt? How are you? Yeah.
I'm good. I'm feeling like a lobster today. And over here behind me, I have the blue help bot, who is Niall.
Introducing in the black and yellow pipe, the one, the only, the rumble from down under, and I'm not talking about last Tuesday's burrito night. It's Niall. And
keeping the classiness level up, we start another episode with a poop joke. Okay.
Everyone loves fart jokes.
So, we're standing here in the middle of the lobby of Python's Crypt. We have our little test course here that the contestants get to run around about 40 times while they're waiting for us to get the game ready. Which is a good enough place for me to tell you what we're going to talk about today. The first thing we're going to talk about is a little bit about who Thonax is, because my viewers know a lot about Niall, but not a lot about Thonax. After we cover that, we're going to...
would say.
Yeah, no kidding. After that, we're going to move on to sort of how this version of the course was different from the original, the improvements we made, and then last but not least, we'll talk about what happened during the episode and how great our contestants were. Okay, so Thonax, tell us a little bit about sort of what your role is currently in the Noxcrew.
Hey guys, I'm Thonax. I've been a part of the Noxcrew for a very long time, almost 3 years, I guess. I'm a part of the Noxcrew build team. I was a part of the actual team that made this original game. Yeah, I have nothing more to say really. There's not much to talk about.
What are you doing in the Noxcrew at the moment?
Yeah, aren't you the backup butcher?
Yeah, I kind of am.
Yeah. What would you say is your most noteworthy accomplishment as being the backup butcher?
Well, I kind of failed the first jump in the first episode.
Aww.
Ooh, polka dots. Ooh, here go. That's not polka dots. That's blood. Oh.
No! Oh no, the polka dots!
Oh! Finish!
Wow, did he just fall?
The chickens are saved.
Oh man, that really threw us for a loop.
What would you say your most noteworthy build is in general, though?
That's a fair question.
I have actually no idea. I've worked on so many that I can't really take a number on them.
That's fair enough. What's your favorite game show game you've ever built? How about that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'd say basketball.
Basketball. It's a good one, and it has many iterations too. And going back to the whole pit of shame incident, I wanted to bring that up again. We wanted him to fall in the pit of shame in the second episode, but yeah, he sort of failed the very first jump of the season. I don't know if that was as funny to the audience as it was to us, but oh my god, that night when you did that.
Yeah.
I don't think they quite get the joke, because like they don't actually see him jump, so they don't actually know what he's supposed to do.
Right.
Like, they just jump down
he just falls, and then the contestants are like, "Did he just miss the jump?" No, but anyways, so conveniently we have Thonax, the Pit of Shame master, here to talk to us about a parkour-based jumping game. So let's head out into the game here and talk a little bit about the differences between sort of the original game that was episode 5 of the pilot season, with Team Heros playing again, and you know, we had the original game there, and then we changed it for this episode.
Yeah, we did. Previously, this area was much more flattered with just what's this called?
There was netherrack here before, and some of it was on fire.
Yeah, it was much easier to just get across this area, and it wasn't much of a challenge to the contestants, I guess.
All right.
Now you did this, didn't you, Avondale?
Yeah, I did. I actually get to do some building on this game. I don't know if I should say got to or not, but I came over to look at this game. There was a couple of areas that hadn't quite been upgraded yet, and I was thinking, you know, it's a new season. At the time, it was even 2-ier than the first season. but now it's back to season 1, so we can't make that joke anymore. But we felt we might as well sort of throw the contestants for a loop, because really, if you were die-hard enough and wanting to win the Noxcrew Game Show, you could go and recreate some of our courses block for block and go practice on them. And we wanted to make sure that we'd at least throw people for a loop, even if they, if they watched episode 5 a couple times and they saw all the different tricks you could do in the course that maybe the contestants didn't catch at the time. We wanted to sort of move some of those tricks around and alter them, so we made the sort of the flower torches is what I was thinking these looked like here. I split this this minecart thing up. It had previously been 1, but the reason I split it into 2 was not only to make it a little bit more challenging that you had to jump diagonally, but also it's like the split fork of a snake's tongue. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Kind of a little symbolic. Yeah. So,
I mean, another good design reason is just simply like you've got 6 people all rushing towards it at once for the start round. You kind of want more than one minecart.
Yeah. And with the latency issues that Minecraft has when you play it online with people from all over the world, it would stink if the match was decided because one person's click worked before a different person's. So yeah, we're in the slalom part of the course now, I guess I would affectionately call it. And beforehand, it was pretty much all just left and right, not a whole lot of jumps. We took all this stuff out and I redid all these walls from scratch and tried to make it sort of easy at the start and get a little bit harder towards the end. And one interesting thing we noticed when we just we watched the footage of the episode back at the time of us recording this, the episode hasn't actually been edited, so we just watched sort of a dry group of footage, but the Flaming Lemon from the evac crew actually managed to get up here on the walls in the game, which is something that we were doing during testing, but only after we had tested it like 5 or 6 times did we figure that out. The fact that somebody picked that out in the middle of the game under pressure like that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, like you'll notice like there's actually coming up on our right here and just like over in this lava section, like there are 2 shortcuts. Now this one's very difficult because it's a 4-block jump.
Right.
So like most people are not going to make this, or to be fair, ever even look over to their left, because why would you when you're running straight ahead?
Right.
But there is like this one over to the right is a little bit easier and a little bit more obvious. It's kind of like Mario Kart. Like if you're racing, you're probably not going to think about it, but you know.
And we've got these piston blocks here that are sort of icons of the Noxcrew Game Show.
Yeah, not really in a good way though.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because they're actually really easy to do if you understand how they work. If you just hit them at full speed, make sure you don't jump too early, get out to the block and then hit them. But we keep putting these back, I'll tell you. We've had these in, what, 6 or 7 different games that I can think of off the top of my head.
I don't know. Yeah, you can't live in Australia either. If you live in Australia, just guess.
Yeah. And down. That's kind of the way these work. Interesting side note about these, though, is you don't even need the piston on that first one. You can just hop it. But the shortcut Niall was mentioning here, if you pick this right side one and you slam off to the right, you can actually cut about 5 seconds off your lap time by angling your way around there, which is kind of nice.
Is that 5 seconds from any particular like numerical measurement that you took, or is it just like you pulled
it was
it
a
out
guess.
of your head?
I pulled it out of my claw. So I came up here in the snake because this is actually where we stuck the butcher in this episode. I don't think it was you this time though, Thonax.
No,
wasn't Aunt Laya back for this one? Yeah, so we stuck him up here, and I don't know if he's gonna make it into any camera shots, but he was just looking menacing up there, and you could see him all the way from down here from the contestants' point of view, just looking up there, mocking everybody, looking scary and dangerous.
Go back and watch the episode and see if you can see him in any shot.
Yeah, so anyways, you hit that shortcut, you come up around this this curl here, and then you get into the snake, which is probably
the weirdest snake in the world.
It's the weirdest snake in the world. Let's see if we can point out why. That's interesting that Thonax brought that up. So here you see we have a mouth and 2 eyeballs. right? And now we're gonna zip through the snake here. Here we are on the other end of the snake. That's not a tail. It's it's the cat dog of snakes. That's why Thonax pointed out that it was the weirdest snake in the world. It has 2 heads.
Yep.
That's kind of neat. But yeah, we did widen this out a little bit, but it's really difficult for the cameras to fight their way through here. And this actually gives me a good opportunity to show something that I wanted to in this game. Let's just break out here and let's look at this from above. This is one of the neater things to see, is what Python's Crypt looks like from above, or behind the walls, if you will. So that's the lobby over there. Pipes out and goes into the bend here, and this is the start of the course. So you see it go down, loop around here on the other side, come back. This is where those piston jumps were. There's the head of the snake, and then it curls up and actually wraps around itself before it comes back out. And then over on that side you have the interweaving snakes, and then the lava jumps at the end there. Pretty neat game to look at from above, because it's really tough to follow where you're going inside of this snake when you're in here.
Now we nearly kept the cobwebs here the same. There's still, like, there's not actually as many down the bottom here, like there used to be in the original version. There's more on the sides here, but like the optimal strategy for running this snake is to jump off the yellow side onto the blue side as it's going upwards.
Oh, there's a yellow snake and a blue snake. I learned something new
There
today.
is. And it used to be in Season 1 you would just run down the blue snake, but that has the disadvantage now of you getting stuck in the cobwebs that we put in for the new season.
Yeah.
So the optimal strategy is now to jump back onto the yellow snake so you can jump from the top of the snake into the water down below.
And hey, knowing there's a yellow snake and a blue snake, here's an interesting thing that we should have done. Sea lanterns. Ooh.
Oh.
I like it.
So that is a legitimate point.
Yeah, almost looks like scales.
No kidding. That's actually really neat.
See?
Yeah, let's change all these right now and pretend it was like that all along.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so we use sea lanterns in the blue snake to make it look more blue, as you can tell.
Go back and watch the footage. That's
Right.
totally what happened.
It's exactly what's in there. But yeah, incidentally, they picked up on the strategy of switching snakes in the episode as well, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, especially if the blue team were talking to each other a lot about that, and I was like, ah, fantastic.
Great
Hearts
strategy.
to them. Yep.
So if you were actually to keep on being on blue snake, you would actually have the chance to get over here and get on another shortcuts.
Oh, that's a
And
good
go
point.
Oh.
This is a tricky shortcut because it's not lit up.
Yeah.
If we had
Yes.
put a light on it, maybe
Awesome.
it would have been attempted in the episode. But to be fair, I mean, yeah, sure, that'll save you time, but you got to go over the cobwebs here, which is dangerous, and then you have to risk the jump with the checkpoint being a good 20 seconds, 30 seconds behind you.
And you get so tunnel visioned as well that like things off to your side you just don't notice.
Yeah.
Like you chalk it up to decoration a lot of the time.
Yeah, and you're trying to focus on what's going on behind you as well, who's catching you, who's in front of you, positioning in the race. So that brings us over here to the last section of obstacles here, which we kept more or less the same. We actually gapped over these jumps a little bit more, changed how the lighting was done, and then added in some sand drifts to make it a little bit less flat, because flat in Minecraft is boring, isn't it?
And also, if in the original episode between Team Heroes and which other team was it, these kind of pillars weren't here before. Just before, you had only the chance to jump between.
Right.
Somehow.
They were actually a little bit closer together. We broke them back further to introduce the technical jump here.
Yeah.
These are tough to do on your first try, because they're whoops. There's first of all, the floor falls out from under you before you jump, right? Like you can take the jump before the half slab, but if you've ever tried in Minecraft to jump off the stairs or off a downslope, it's pretty difficult to do. As you can see, I just choked. On top of that, the walls have a pretty big collision box on them, so it's difficult to tell where they are. Tough series of jumps, and considering this was probably the most zombie clogged part of the course, Good on the contestants for doing as well as
Sticking
they did to
with
get
us.
through here.
Yeah.
Incidentally, there's...
I think...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I was going to say, like, this is the most difficult part of the course, and if you do want a tight finish, there's two ways. There's a couple of different ways of designing like a course or a game in order to get like a really close finish. Having the most difficult part of the course at the end, like with Sprint version 3 from the pilot season, is a great way to actually just close that gap and make it anybody's game right at the end.
Right. So yeah, we've seen all the improvements that we made to the course between the pilot season and season 1. And now I want to move on and talk a little bit about the Celestial Ice Dragons and sort of their dominance of this game. I mean, they played so well that one of the evac crew members lagged out.
Yeah, no, I really loved in this game, after having shot the entire season, having listened to so many different teams, their commentary in this game was one of my favourite episodes, just because, I mean, one, Daypora had just so many quotes.
She was just saying fantastic things.
There's a hole in my bucket, Eliza.
Singing or helping?
Sorry! I feel like I have to burp, but I'm not going to.
Oh no!
I won't, I promise.
Oh, great, now the zombies everywhere.
Oh, this is fun!
Closely followed by
But
Zaypora.
challenging! I feel bad, I'm about to pass someone, but haha.
Come on.
Make it
I'm
over.
really sorry for this, Lemon, but you're gonna be my distraction.
Zombies not making it easy for our blue team members right
Oh
now.
gosh. No, Batman! Okay, Geronimo! Bloop!
Yeah, and two, just their energy when they won, it was brilliant. Just being in the chat and listening to them, and I was like, oh man, I've got to tell Noxite that this was really good. But of course he's going to hear it back anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just about when he finds out.
You
Secured.
creepers and monsters, get off!
One last fanboy to cross.
Go! And she does it!
She does it. 3 points. Fantastic.
I think you mean fantastic.
The blue team takes the first match.
Excuse me while I pass out! Oh my gosh!
Yeah!
I can't believe we got that one.
Dude, heart pounding!
I know!
No, but it's always good to give him things to listen for when he's editing, because he's got, 20 minutes of game footage from both teams. So if you catch something, take notes and send it to him. Why not?
Yeah, as soon as I heard it across the finish line, I was like typing furiously to him, na, Batman, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, go back and listen to it.
And they're just singing, and oh man, it was great. But you mentioned the reaction when they won. We had an interesting thing happen. We had Zysabis finish his 3rd lap, so he was over. It went ding instead of the ping point sound that you get. And it said in chat that he finished the thing, and then he just kept running and running and running, and then we teleported him back to the start, and he was like, what in the world? And he kept running and running and running, and you'll see in the chat we actually had to type to him that he had finished the game. He didn't notice that he had finished. That's something that we worked a little bit to change in between this game and a future game that you'll see this season. We wanted to make it more obvious that that you had finished the race when you had finished it, because our finish line is the same as our lap line. So how do you tell the difference? So going back to where evac crew had a team member lag out. First of all, we were having connection issues with that team during this filming session, and it was so bad to the point where it turns out Soviet and it's Lemon, right? Live about 5 minutes walk away from each other. Like they know each other in real life, and Soviet, when we started filming the episode, was lagging so bad from his house that he actually ran down the road to Lemon's house and set up his computer there and started playing. So they were in a couple different rooms when they were playing this game, and after the blue team had already won, Soviet was just getting destroyed by the zombies, and we wanted him to finish it out. So Lemon got up and went over and sat down at his computer and played for him, which was it was kind of funny. I mean, we're not competing for a physical prize right now. We're competing for glory, but it sort of elicited a discussion in the Noxcrew that if we get to the point where we're playing the game show for you know, prizes of some sort, we're gonna have to have more intense rules, you know, like is that a DQ? Does it matter after the game's over? Stuff like that. We're actually gonna have to think about if there's actually a physical prize on the line. Alright, so now that we're done chatting about the games, we're gonna do a little competition here. 1 lap, winner take all. I'm not gonna put us in a specific game mode or anything because
that's cool.
That would be kind of lame. So we're gonna do honors rules. If you fall off, tag up by flying back up and stepping on the checkpoint, and then you're good to go. Okay?
You have to.
Yeah.
Yep, and you have to go back to the start of the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you
That's
fall
honor
down
rule.
here, you would come back up here.
Touch your feet on
Okay,
the
so
ground
this-
and then go again.
Yeah. Yep.
So this is going to be sand zombies.
Yeah, no zombies. Just pure parkour skills. All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Bum, 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 bum. Na 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 na. Hop! Oh, I got it. I forgot how to get on minecarts. Alright, here we go. Oh man.
Oh no. Oh no.
Game show. I should have played Job's game show song to us. Why am I not sprinting? I'm holding control down on my... Oh, spiderweb! Holding control down on my keyboard.
Ooh.
It's just failing on me. Ooh?
Why didn't I just take the shortcut that Lemon
Yeah.
took? We were just talking. We were literally just. Oh.
Yeah,
no,
what's wrong with us, man? I didn't take it either. Oh, I missed the... Ah!
I lost a
See,
whole
this
bunch of
is-
time because I went into creative mode, fly mode.
Yeah, that's another thing I should have mentioned. It's funny because everything's gonna look worse for me than it will for you guys because I'm the only one who they can see right now.
Yep.
Is anyone close to me?
Yeah.
I can see your butt.
Oh, well, is it nice?
No.
Oh,
I mean, look, that's a bit harsh.
Thonax doesn't like my butt.
Nope.
I mean, I'm
Well,
looking at your butt.
get
and I
used
think
to
it's
it
seen
because
better
that's where you
days.
are right now. Oh, I nailed that part. Jumping over to the blue snake. Huh! There we go. Oh man, Thonax.
Yeah. Parkour's not really my thing. LDS.
Oh man, I just didn't want to lose. That was my
I tried
goal.
to take the shortcut on the snakes and I failed.
Oh no.
Oh baby! Ding ding ding! Oh, let me just zoom in so I could see all the losers running up behind me.
Not even close.
Where's Niall? Do we need to get Lemon
Like I
to come
said-
over and take your controls from you?
This is a perfectly respectable time and I will not tolerate this insubordination.
Oh, poor Niall. That's
No,
what
I just tried to risk the that shortcut that we were talking about near the twin snakes.
and it didn't work out. No, that's a shame. Alright, well, good games to Niall and Thonax. That was a
Yeah.
fun lap. Thanks for coming on the show. I enjoyed having you guys.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks
always
for having
fun.
us.
Alrighty, until next time, I've been Avondale. Thanks for watching. Niall, talk.
Okay, test recording. Do you believe in love after love?
And love after
I
love.
already stuffed the lyrics up. I really don't think I know this song. Oh.
Okay, Thonax, follow that one up.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
oh,
guys.
come on, sing Umbrella.
Just lay down some sick rhymes.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Okay, good enough.